Welcome everybody, it's Wellness Wednesday at Greystone Chiropractic. This is Lee, your family wellness chiropractor, coming to you live. Another question I got in practice, I believe it was last week. Somebody, well actually it happens almost every week, we get questions about spinal fusions, surgical fusions, sometimes anatomical fusions that happen genetically, congenitally, in the womb or in development. If there is a spinal fusion, can I get adjusted? Or more often I hear, I have a spinal fusion, I can't get adjusted. They told me never get adjusted. Well, that's not really true because there's a very special technique and a specific way of taking care of people whether or not there's a fusion. I have a lot of people that I see that have rods or fusions or other metal hardware in the spine, in the hips, in different areas, and we have to work a different way. Why is that? Why would it be a problem if, let's say, we fuse two of these bones together? What's going to happen above it and below it? If you're stuck in one spot, you're going to overcompensate with the upper and the lower joints and usually wear them down within 5 to 10 years. So there's going to be a lot of tension and pressure on these other areas, so they need care. No, I'm not going to adjust a fusion itself. I'm going to work above it and below it and get that person to be as healthy as they can be, given the fact that they have that metal or other fusion that's in there. You know, if it's in the mid-back, you know that the neck and the low back are going to be working really hard to compensate for a fixation in the middle. So this is why we take care of people whether or not there's metal, whether there's rods, whether there's fusions, whether there's any hardware in there, because the body needs care. It needs to be moving the right way, because 90% of the stimulation and nourishment of the brain gets its information and input from movement of the spine. 90% of that information comes from movement. So if we're not moving in certain areas, we need to be moving the right way in the other areas, or else it's going to wear down prematurely, and that's not what we want. So not just to get well, let's keep it well. Get adjusted regularly, whether or not it hurts, for life, and maintain the right position and orientation, and keep the brain connected, because without that proper alignment, the brain stops sending the proper signals, and not as efficiently or effectively. So thank you for that, Kelsey. I appreciate that. If you have questions about that or concerns, call our office and we can talk to you about it, or maybe even have a Zoom consult if you're not sure if this is the right place for you. Obviously it is the right place, but if you're concerned and want to have some questions answered, I'd love to do that with you. 205-981-8090. I'll see you in the office. Thanks so much, everybody.